Good evening, beautiful soul. Just as I mentioned in one of my videos yesterday, I said I will come up with a topic every single day and bring you to your knowledge and bring to your awareness stuff that I read myself. And it's very important to shorten and to summarize what I read myself and to bring it into a smaller portion for each and every one of you to understand important topics that I read in the books daily. This one comes from the book Super Brain. It's written by Deepak Chopra and Rudolf Tanzi. Deepak Chopra is a very well known author of spiritual books and is a very great person, a person that I admire a lot. And I read some of his subjects, some of his work, and I find it very useful if I apply it in my daily activities, in my daily routine. The other guy, Rudolf Tanzi, is a professor of neurology from Harvard Medical School, and he comes up with important medical aspect in relation to our brain and to the aging brain. This chapter here is about the anti-aging brain, and he says like this. I'm just gonna take a few excerpts from this chapter, bring it to your knowledge, so we could all understand a few things that might be important to improve our lives and our well-being. How do we prevent that one critical system from bringing down everything else? You would have to pay attention to the whole body for a lifetime. Prediction is extremely difficult. Several factors prevent anyone from seeing in advance where the aging process will ultimately lead. Uncertainty. Aging is very slow. It begins around age 30 and progresses at roughly 1% a year. This slowness prevents us from actually observing a cell as it dies. We see the effects only after years have passed. Uncertainty. Aging is unique. Everyone ages differently. Identical twins who are born with the same DNA will have completely different genetic profiles at age 70. Their chromosomes won't have changed, but decades of life experience will have caused the activity of their genes to be switched on and off in a unique pattern. The regulation of each cell minute by minute for thousands of days make their body age in an unpredictable ways. In general, we are genetic duplicates of one another at the moment of birth, but entirely one of a kind at the moment of death. Uncertainty. Aging is invisible. The aspects of growing old that you see in the mirror, gray hair, wrinkles, sagging skin, and so on, indicate that something is going on at the cellular level. Bonding occurs among various molecules depend on the atomic properties of the element that make up the body, principally the big six: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. If these atoms are shaken up in a beaker, they will perform automatic reactions in a few thousandths of seconds. The phosphorus in your cell isn't explosive. It enters into an organic chemical known as ATP, adenosine triphosphate, a key component in binding enzymes and transferring energy. Eating a cheeseburger every day sends one kind of message to your brain. Eating steamed broccoli sends another. Being happily married sends a different message from being lonely and isolated. Clearly, you want to send messages that tell every cell not to age. Therein lies the promise. If you can maximize the positive messages and minimize the negative ones, anti-aging becomes a real possibility. Meditation leads to an increase in a crucial enzyme called telomerase. At the end of every chromosome in a repetitive chemical structure called a telomere, which acts like the period at the end of a sentence, it closes off the chromosome's DNA and helps to keep it intact. In recent years, the fraying of telomeres has been connected to the breakdown of the body as it ages. Due to imperfect cell division, telomeres get shorter, and the risk emerges that stress will degrade a cell's genetic code. The mind body connection is real, and choices make a difference. With those two facts in place, the anti aging brain holds untold promise. Now, the authors are talking a little bit about the preventions and the risk of aging. Without knowing why we age, medicine has taken the approach that aging is like a disease. Germs cause cellular damage, and so does growing old. It's sensible to focus on keeping your body healthy and functioning. The physical side of anti aging is similar to prevention programs for any lifestyle disorder. Let's review the main points. They will seem familiar after decades of public health campaign, yet they are still a vital part of your physical well being. How to reduce the risks of aging. Eat a balanced diet, cutting back fats, sugar, and processed foods. The preferred diet is Mediterranean, olive oil instead of butter, fish or soy based sources of protein instead of red meat, whole grains, legumes, mixed nuts, fresh fruits, and whole vegetables to provide plenty of fiber and antioxidants. Avoid overeating. Exercise moderately for at least 1 hour 3 times a week. Don't smoke. Drink alcohol, preferably red wine, in moderation, if at all. Wear a seatbelt. Take steps to prevent household accidents from slippery floors, steep stairs, fire hazards, icy sidewalks, etc. Get a good night's sleep. It may also be helpful as you grow older to take an afternoon nap. Keep regular habits. So, this is just a few points from this chapter that I underline myself. Now, it is very important when you read something that is very important, and you get very good messages and knowledge from that book or that part of the book. You can take a pen, like I do, and underline it in a book, or you can take important notes and put it down on a notebook and keep rereading these important messages so you emphasize and you strengthen on the information that you gained, the information that you just got from the books, or any other Facebook or Instagram post that you see, you know. And then it's very, very important to also apply it into your life, because it's useless to have an information and to not apply it. So the more we apply it, the more regular and the more conditioned it gets, and it becomes into our brains to change the patterns. Even if we are in a bad way, if we keep doing the good positive habits that we learn from our parents, from our friends, from our mentors, from the books we read, or any important site that we come across, it is very, very important to acknowledge and to retain these messages in the first place, utilizing them in your day-to-day basis. So now, at the end, just to summarize again, we need to drink lots of water, eat plenty of fresh fruit, vegetables, and healthy organic meats if we can. We have to do exercise. So if we do exercise, you can do half an hour, 5, 6 days a week, or 1 hour to an hour and a half, 3 to 4 days a week. Drinking moderately and hydrating is very important if you want to maintain a healthy look, and minding your energy from negative people and stress factors that affect us on a daily basis will keep us healthy, happy, and young looking and energetic. Now, thank you so much for another day. And if you want to follow me for more videos on my YouTube account, you can look me up at Relu Gauka, and you can subscribe to my videos. Thank you very much. Good night.